peeps, it's a Noob No More here. Welcome in, let's do it. I haven't streamed for a little while. Looking to having some fun. I just noticed Speedsterino started streaming, so I'm not quite sure how many people will come and check it out. But let's do it, I don't mind. I'm just here for having fun. All right, I have a God cap here, guys. An absolute God cap. This is awesome. You can see in your crane, I've got this cap here, which goes right in the middle of the board. It is awesome. I've also got some supporting troops there to get an easy card first. This is great. Cap Madagascar? Oh, come on, Pete. Don't make me do that. I know I come on and say Cap Sevastopol and do all the same things to you, sir, but please don't do that to me. Look, you're going to make me cap on a 1 down here, then this beautiful 5 cap on Ukraine, cutting the board in 2. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I just made you... No. Oh, this is my main account. This is my main account. Oh man, I can't do it, Pete. I can't do it. I like the risk in me, the risk optimization in me is making it that I can't do it. Madagascar is open. Forget both of you. Welcome in, guys. It's great to have you here. Man, imagine if I did cap there. Look at that. There's a purple cap and a yellow cap. You have to love the yellow cap. You have to love. Oh, let me get rid of those. You have to love the yellow cap. You have to love the pink cap, I should say. Look at that down there. That's just awesome. The missed opportunities. Yeah, imagine if I'd won from there. That is the Sevastopol of this map, I think. Let's just have a quick look at the blizzards. Obviously, this blizzard doesn't do much. Apparently, I can't speak. Let me fix that. This blizzard in Western Australia doesn't do much. This Middle East blizzard is huge, and this blizzard is pretty huge as well. These are some very impactful blizzards. Green does have a way out here, thankfully. The red cap doesn't completely encapsulate them. But I have the God cap, guys. This is a God spawn cap. How are you both? I'd say this evening, but of course it might not be evening where you both are. I haven't streamed for a little bit over a week. A bit of a combination of things. I've been on holidays and I've been really practicing for the FFA semis, which I was in last night. So it's been, I've really made that my focus. Oof. See, I haven't streamed for it'd be a week and a half now. You miss it. You guys know, you're both streamers. You do miss it, I have to admit. All right. Now, I have some theories about how to play classic caps. And now that I have the stage, I can speak about them undiluted. And obviously, so Pete, I don't know if you've seen my classic caps map. Let's see if I can find it for you. So I actually created a map, Pete, that you might find interesting, which looks at how easy it is to card block a certain territory. So for each one of these territories, what I look to do is, let's just start with the one down here in Eastern Australia, is I assume if you cap here and you hold the surrounding territories, how many territories does your opponent have to be able to card block you? And obviously for this territory here, you only need this one. So I did it for all of the territories, and it shows that it's these black ones here that are in the very center of the board. These are the ones that are harder to card block later in the game. So this is where I like to cap. It's either Southern Europe, Northern Africa, or somewhere here in Asia. These are my preferred caps. So I don't know if that helps you at all, but in line with the idea that the classic map, when you're playing caps, really isn't about bonuses. The bonuses very quickly don't matter. And in that case, what happens, of course, is you just want a cap that's very difficult to card block. I lost a 3 here, didn't I? So pink's going to get big quickly. You can see they're at 33. And my way of... I've got an 80% win rate on these settings. And the way that I do it... Hello, Sebi. Welcome in, sir. Great to have you. And And my way of trying to get my win rate as high as possible, and I've been on Pete's stream and bending his ear a little bit, or his eyes in this case, given that I'm on chat. By what I've been doing is, what you try and do is, I want to have one cap as big as possible to try and reduce the impacts of suicides or bad plays by your opponent. And that's what I'm going to be doing again here. All of my moves, every single one of my turns, is about how can I end up with the most troops on cap. That's my focus here, guys. And so things like taking a cap, like, you know, let's just say that this cap became available. I wouldn't want to take it. So I'd be happy to take it to eliminate a player to progress the game, but I wouldn't leave too much on it, if anything at all. So in this case, I can put all 5 troops here and then attack there. And so that was the maximum I could get on the cap that turn. That's going to be hard to do when you're the fulcrum of the entire board. Exactly. And that's even more reason for me to really focus on every single turn making my cap as big as possible. Because it's going to be tough for people to go around me when I've put myself at such a choke point. Let's see how I go. Going to want a second position? I don't think so. Why do you say that, Pete? Why do you say that? I should be able to get cards in both directions here. I think you might be right. If you're talking about for the very, very late game, that could be correct. I do get some benefit sometimes from having a second cap to get the ability to have cards. But as I said, I do have the ability to get cards in both directions here. Yeah, just want your cap enormous. That's what I'm going for, Pete. Now, another little trick that I've learned is I'm not normally a card skipper in early position, but I have learned that if you are in the first or the second position, as long as you're not under any threat of dying, which is another way of saying that you've done a good job of keeping your cap as big as possible in the early stage, I think card skipping, I've come to the conclusion, is actually correct. Because by getting the later trades, which are obviously larger by definition in a game of progressive. Let me just check. I have made it progressive. Yep, just checking. I've done that before. I want to make my caps as big as possible. So putting yourself later in the turn order actually makes you have a bigger cap. So in line with the philosophy of trying to make your cap as big as possible, it can actually help to put yourself later in the turn order. So yeah, that's one thing that is a new one for me. Assuming your opponents don't also card skip is very correct, sir. All right, what's the best way? What is the best way? The best way to maximize my cap. Do I still put 4 here? Let's see if I can get some value out of this now that a 1's available. Boom. That's how we roll, baby. Get it? That's how we roll. Slow roll. Nah. Okay. And welcome in the Red Dalek. Great to have you here, as always. You don't get it? Understood. If I have to explain a joke, it's even less funny than how I tell it the first time. And I'm not the funniest person on the planet. So I'm certainly not going to explain a joke that I know Pete already understands. I'm such a dad. I am a dad. I have a beautiful daughter. So I am fully authorized to tell dad's jokes. All right, let's have a quick chat about these other players. Pink is obviously a noob. Capping in a corner rather than capping somewhere central. Surefire way to get yourself card blocked later. Yellow's got a decent cap. It is hugging a blizzard, but of course so am I. Mine's a little bit better because, as I said, I can go both sides of the blizzard. Yellow's is not. Purple's is not a great choice for a cap. They haven't even taken the early bonus, which is interesting. And they've developed this big off-cap stack. They're almost playing classic fixed, but again, they haven't taken the bonus yet. Very interesting. I like Red's cap, but I'm not a fan of it. Again, just having a look at this image, you can see that this... What's Pink doing? Pink's trying to maintain... Ooh, Pink... Ooh, what was that? Okay, I think Pink went offline there. You can see that these caps here, whilst they're on choke points, are very more easily card blockable than some of the other caps. So I think they're attractive to the EU Advanced caps players. You know, to get a choke point in EU Advanced is way more important because you get to choke off a bonus. That is less important on this map. As I said, the bonus has become less important. So I see a lot of people, like even the Spuds of this world, who I'll happily admit are a better player than me. But they go on these choke points, which I don't think are as important on the classic map. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Please don't knock out my Forcer. You've got a nice red 2 here. Yep, excellent. And this green cap, by the way, this green cap, that's Ontario, one of Pete's and my own's favourite territories in progressive world dom, as in not caps. But you can see here that it's a terrible cap in this game. Very, very easy to card block later. And then I can just trade cards here with purple, potentially. All right. Seb says, my best to Mrs. Noob and Nooblet. I will pass it on, Seb. Thank you. All right. Now let's have a look at the caps, guys. Pink cap, 6. Are they still with us? They're offline. Yep. Good old noobs. They play for about 10, 15 minutes, and then that's it. They haven't even been attacked. Normally it takes noobs to get attacked before they give up. Let's see what the bot does. The green cap has got 15 on it. He's got an 8 here and an 8 here. Purple cap's got 16 on it because he's got 16 over here. And then yellow's got 18 on his cap here. My cap is at 32, guys. So you can see the benefits of the strategy that I'm talking about. This vastly reduces the probability of me getting noob smashed. And when you're talking about trying to rake up during classic caps or any game, obviously, if you can decrease your ability to get noob smashed, even by 50%, you are going to have a huge advantage in terms of ranking up. And this is why, Wardog, you've come right at the right time. This is why Progressive Capitals, in my opinion, is the best way to rank up. Because you can do things like make your capital as big as possible, which has extra defensive abilities, which makes it much more difficult for your opponents to noob smash you. Whereas if you're playing Classic Fixed or World Dumb Progressive, you can have a noob take out one of your positions for absolutely no reason, and it ends your game. Anyway. So that's why Classic Caps is, in my opinion, the best way to rank up. I think it's even better than EU Advanced. By the way, welcome in, Wardog. I was catching your stream earlier. How did you go in your Classic Fixed game? I hope you won. I hope you won, sir. Please, if you do like Risk, go and check out Wardog. Oh, you finished second. Congratulations. That wasn't certain the way the board was shaking up. So congratulations on finishing second. And again, thanks for letting me hang out on your stream. It was a load of fun. All right. Yellow claims Africa as if the bonus matters. Aha! Yellow's showing me that they're actually not a bad player. And it's because they didn't try and protect this bonus with a 7 stack here. They pushed everything back to cap. Very smart. All right. Now, what's this pink bot going to do? There's still a 9 stack here. Is it going to roll the 6v4? Wow, it's going to roll the 6v4. And loses 1 troop, guys. Loses 1 troop. Man, I wish I had that kind of dice. All right, green trades. Looks like they're going to take North America now. Okay. Now we're going to find out something about red. Is red going to let them hold North America? We'll find out. So my game isn't about trying to get bonuses. The bonuses very quickly don't matter. How do you know when the bonuses matter in a game of progressive caps? Well, when what they're getting per turn is about 25% or more of the bonus, I think it's worth worrying about. But when it's 10% or less, you don't have to. So at the moment, the bonuses are pretty small. They do matter a little bit in the initial game, but they're very quickly not going to matter. There's just not enough. If you see, there's 6 bonuses on this map, and no one really gets to get Asia. There's 5 bonuses. The most common ones that are held are these bottom ones that are only +2s and +3s. The ratio of what people will get from holding a bonus, and I think, is purple about to take this now? It is. Okay, that's good. That means that I can start thinking about eliminating the bot for cards, the pink bot for cards, because they've now been taken out from behind this cap. Okay, so yeah, the ratio of the bonuses to... okay, which ones of these do I want to keep? Hold that thought, guys. Alaska or Afghanistan? I probably want to hang on to Afghanistan. Southern Europe or Congo? I probably want to get rid of Congo. Okay. And again, I'm just going to keep on putting one here. Putting the max on cap. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep the paths of attack open around my cap. I was trying to keep this open in both directions. And of course, if you put everything on cap and attack off cap, then you leave one behind and you're only going to have the same amount anyway relative to what I'm doing. So again, it's not sacrificing anything in terms of maximizing the amount of troops on cap, but also it's allowing me to have maximum mobility. And yes, I apparently do think about this game way too much. But, you know, when you're a Grandmaster, it's all these things, all these little things that you do that will optimize your game. Uh-oh. Phew. Uh-oh. Okay, I think this external positions days are numbered. Yeah, so for those of you that didn't hear, I was just in the semi-finals of the FFA, practiced very hard. I was 3rd in points out of everybody in the whole season for the FFA. And in my game last night, I didn't get a set on 4, had a set on 5, and sorry, didn't have a set on 4, went to 5 cards, and someone put a good elimination on me. So an 80% chance of having a set on 4 I missed out on. And because of that, I'm out of the tournament, which is very heartbreaking. I didn't get a chance to become a double world champion. I'll have to leave that to another time. But yes, the old not getting a set on 4, so you're out of the tournament in one go. Such as risk. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. That is risk. That's life. Hello, Forward Focus Steve. Welcome in. We've got lots of streamers in the chat tonight. Hope you're doing well, Steve. So I'm coming off that. I am going to do some try-hard open practice if you guys want to help me out. It's Troy fixed, and Mal has come up with a very, very devilishly cunning way to come up with points for her tournament, I should say, which is that a point is deducted from everyone's score the more the game goes over 30 minutes, which is pretty good. All right, which way do I want to attack? We'll give the bot something to do, but I don't think it really matters. Okay. You played one of those today, did you, Pete? Oh, how'd you go? Didn't go over 30 minutes. Yeah. I can tell you what, Pete, I love my classic fixed, as you know. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great game mode. I think it's completely underrated as a viable way to rank up. You know, when Risky Phil can win about 72% of his games, you know it's a good way of ranking up. So I think it's underrated. But the key is the difference between playing Classic Fixed in a public lobby and then Classic Fixed full of Grandmasters. You just have to smash the alliances, don't you? You can wave goodbye to this 3, by the way. Let's just give it a farewell. You've done well, troops. Yeah, using the alliances are key, and I'm not expecting my game to go over 30 minutes either. No, it's Troy fixed. This one's Troy fixed. I was just trying to make the point, though, that if you use your alliances to finish the game early, you can actually play any type of fixed map, and it doesn't have to stalemate. You just have to have people that know how to progress the game. Oh, and green does the devil's work here. I don't know if it's the devil's work or the god's work, but he's taken purple out of here and taken him to this one position. So I need to start going through my checklist. By the way, guys, for those of you that haven't seen it, this is my checklist. This is my little checklist on how to become a Grandmaster at Risk. Oh, by the way, and I do have a video explaining this. Please forgive the shameless self-promotion. But that's my checklist on how to think like a Grandmaster, and I've got a video on it as well. The first question is, can I win the game? So in a caps game, it's can I cap run and hold all the caps at once? Oh! Okay, that just happened. The second one, do I double kill here? Do I double kill? All right, what are trades at? Trades are at 35. He's got 12. Yeah, I'm double killing. I'm taking the Suicider out first because I don't appreciate that. And then I've got to ask myself, which 2 caps do I want to keep? Okay. And that's how I roll. So I've got to keep this cap strong. And I'll just put some there. All right, let's see how we go. All right, so I was applying the checklist there. I just hadn't gone through the checklist verbally yet. The first one is, can I win the game? The answer to that is no, I can't run all the caps at once. The second is, can I eliminate a player? And you could see that I could very easily eliminate 2 players there, and so I did so. And it's only if you can't eliminate players that you then think about how else can I next best progress the game. So that's the best way, I think, to play Risk. In terms of trying to maximize your way to progress the game so you don't get those stalemates. All right. Now, I've actually gone against the advice that I've given Pete on his chat a few times, which is spreading yourself across a lot of capitals. But what I'm hoping to do is, I know that red's blocked off here. Green can't get here. The purple bot can't get here. And I'm going to trade. I've got 5 cards. I'm going to trade next. I think I'm going to be able to hold on to a lot of these caps. Let's see. 53. Okay, it looks like he's going to go for this cap. Now, I'm not really worried about this cap. Only loses 16. It makes you sick, doesn't it? It makes you sick. All right, and I probably should have just given him that cap. I did see he was on that many cards. 26. Oh, he's moved there. What? What? I'll take that cap for sure, sir. Because Reds just made themselves very easy to card block. Okay. How do I want to do this? I guess it doesn't matter. How's that look, guys? I need to put some there. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's gone. Red's taken this, I'm sure of it, to get this bonus, to secure a bonus. The bonuses do not matter. The +2 does not matter when the sets are at 55. I do not have a set on 3. I just have to worry about green potentially taking this cap. That is my main issue here, guys. But I'm going to keep this closed. I don't need to take Africa. I'm already thinking about the card block on red at the appropriate time. I have made it. The other reason I don't go for this strategy, Pete, of going across several caps is that see how I can't kill pink as readily now? And I'd have to worry about pink trading as well. All right, let's see what green does with their trade. Oh, shit. Wait, they don't have enough. They don't have enough. Told ya. Oh, I hope red doesn't have a trade. If red doesn't have a trade, I think I've got this in the bag, guys. If red doesn't have a trade, I think I've got this in the bag. I have to worry about pink trading. And I have to worry about red trading. And red, see you later. Yeah, he could have won that. It just wasn't likely. It wasn't 100%. There's a difference between likely and 100%. I think this is one area that Risk Grandmasters often trip up on. In tournament games, I often see them not go for things because they're not 100%, but they'd be more than 50%. And if it's a tournament game, like the semis where it was winner take all, and I've got a better than 50% chance of doing something, you can sure as hell bet I'm going to do it. That would have been pretty close to 50%, I reckon. Okay, so red's going to have a trade next turn. And the trade's going to be 60. Okay, so first things first, I've got to take out green. Oh, man, these caps are so precarious. Oh, man. I'm not worried about this. Pink can have all of this. Pink's a bot. Does pink trade? Do I have a trade on 5? I do. All right, now, what is Pete's question? Why is it incumbent upon you to progress the game? Aha, Pete. That's a good question. One, I don't want my games to go as long as... It's more longer than they have to. When I'm thinking about ranking up, I'm thinking about points per minute or points per hour. So if I've got the game to... if I've got the way to progress the game so that it ends sooner, then if you're trying to maximize skill points per time unit, whatever time unit you want to use, then I think it is incumbent on you to progress the game. Now, it's not to progress the game to your own disadvantage. You've got to progress the game to your own advantage. So it's not progress the game at all costs. Obviously, if you... Yeah, and we all know this. Pete, you taught me this from your progressive videos. Oh, by the way, if you want to learn how to play progressive, there's Pete's videos on the topic. He didn't trade. Well, that's excellent. You don't make an elimination. Iceland. I'm actually going to take this rather than the 3 of a kind because I get the +2. Yeah, you don't take the elimination if it results in your death immediately afterwards, right? That's not how we roll. Oh, fuck. I am letting this bot have Asia, by the way. 97 for 4 cards? No. Okay, what are the trades at? Trades are at 65. So I need this to be 50. I need this to be 50. Then put the rest here. Except I'm blocking off my cap this way. I probably could have done this a bit better. I could have done that better and attacked down here and moved to this cap. And that way I didn't block off this cap. Anyway, But yeah, so you only progress the game when it's in your interest to do so, and it improves. So this is the other thing, Pete. This is the way I think about it: is you only do it when it improves the chances of you winning. Only do it when it improves the chances of you winning. You don't do it in a way that decreases the chances of you winning. Do I have a trade on 3? I do have a trade on 3, guys. And I can eliminate the pink bot. I can eliminate the pink bot, which is on 5 cards. Okay, so if I do this, I'm going to have 65, which make this 135. I should be able to sweep the whole board with that. Actually, I'll go from this way. $72. Where does it go? Okay, he's going to hide. Does he stay there, though? Okay. All right, let's go quick. I'm not going to worry about the slider, guys. Can I card block him this turn? Not sure. That was too many there, wasn't it? Let's see if he hasn't. I think I've got a set on 3. I do have a set on 3. Wow, this is lucky. All right. Let's see if he's got a trade. He does have the trade. Oh, that changes things. That changes things, guys. Oh, he's gone the wrong cap. He went the wrong cap. Oh, dearie me. Oh, he stepped off cap. Okay. Okay, I've still got to play this right, I think. I mean, I get the whole board. 31. A trade. 116. What do I do? Okay, that should do it, guys. That should do it. He took the wrong cap. He had to take this cap to give himself a chance, guys. He had to take this cap to give himself a chance at all. Is he going to just step off cap? Was that a give up or not? It wasn't a give up, guys. It wasn't a give up. Okay, so I get 39. So I'm getting more than a third of a trade per turn. So I'm basically getting 2 trades to his 1. I just need to bolster these caps to make sure that when he gets a set, that he can't punch through them. How many is he going to get a turn? He's only going to get 5 a turn, guys. So if he gets 5 a turn, that'll be a 7. 12 should be enough. Okay. Hello, Leech. Welcome in. The FFA didn't go as well as I hoped. For all my efforts through the tournament and all my practice, I didn't get a set on 4 and got knocked out. Is that a bot? He's a bot, ladies and gentlemen. We made him bot. Wow. This has been a fun game. This is why I love these settings. You can get some pretty quick games in these settings. That is GG's. I can just cap run now. I can do a well dom if I really want to. No harm in that, I guess. So we're not even going to need to worry about the next trade. And the bot steps off cap. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice of the bot? All right, let's just do the world dom for chits and giggles. I know he's not there. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to be polite. I'm an Aussie. We're polite anyway. Good game. Well played. And good luck to you, sir. And that's how you win a game of Classic Caps. All right. Yes, a few people in chat are pointing out you can get some short games on these settings if you get some newer players. But if you get some GMs, the way the Classic map is set up that there aren't bonuses, it can stalemate very easily. Something which I'll show you at a later stage. What do we think the players were? What do we think the players were, guys? Was there anyone here above an intermediate, including myself? Let's have a look. Was anyone any good? I'm not sure there were. 3 novices, an intermediate, and an expert. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Now, I haven't loaded this up yet. Time for everybody's favourite part of my streams. Their absolute favourite part of my streams. It's time for the spreadsheet. So we got 3 novices, an intermediate, and an expert. So I try and keep track of these things. Let's have a quick look. So in this case, we had 3 novices, an intermediate, and an expert, which gives the average rating as a beginner. Yeah, that wasn't a huge lobby. Equals today. I can fill this stuff out later. Today is Saturday here. And I did win. Whoa. Excuse me. Man, whoops. Forgive me for a sec, folks. And I was 27,995, was I? And I am now 28,843. That seems a little much. I'm not going to lie. So I got 848 for that. And then if you have a look at the summary page, as I said, everybody's favourite time of my stream, you can see that for progressive caps, I'm winning about 78% of the time. I've won 80 games out of 103. But more importantly, for those people that want to rank up, you really get to avoid the 4th, 5th, and 6s. And that's what really costs you points. That's way higher than my classic fixed win percentage at 63%, 19 games out of 30. And this is what I first started on to try and become a Grandmaster, just like Pete. 42% win percentage at progressive. I'm hoping I'd be a bit better at this now, but it'd still be nowhere near my classic fixed win percentage, I think. So this is why I think World Dom Progressive, as in non-caps, is worse than classic fixed or fixed games, which in turn is worse than progressive caps if you're trying to rank up. So I hope that information is useful to you. Please drop a like and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. See you later for now, fellow noobs. Bye.